Stay tuned after this brief message from Airbus Helicopters.
The 2015 Heli-Expo show is set to open in Orlando. The Helicopter Association International, which organizes the annual event, is expecting record levels of participation.
We'll have approximately 750 exhibitors on the floor. We estimate that the aircraft on display will be about 55, and the best news is that we're hoping to get about 20,000 to 21,000 attendees. I think the economic climate is well, and people I think will be surprised by the activity and the sales that occur on the floor. I know over the last few shows, the business level on the floor has averaged about $2 billion in 3 days. And I don't know, it impresses me.
For the most part, the mood among HAI members seems positive, despite the challenges posed by declining oil prices for helicopter operators who support the energy industry.
The level of business acumen and protocol that is applied by the offshore oil support operators in their financial planning is at the highest levels. They completely understand the situation, and it's flexible. I don't think anybody can really predict where the oil price is going to go or how long it'll stay where it is now, but I think they're very smart in starting to develop contingency plans if this becomes an extended downturn in oil pricing, and working with their customer base, the oil companies themselves.
Improving safety continues to be a high priority for the rotorcraft industry, and Heli-Expo is a great chance to learn about life-saving technology and best practices.
The NTSB, again this year, is going to conduct a 4-hour block of a safety symposium, and the subject that they have is the public aircraft operations and the safety associated with that mission profile. And they'll also cover some high-level, well-publicized accidents in an analytical manner that we think will help our members. We also increased the number of safety challenges that we created. And then, of course, we are re-emphasizing our Land and Live program, which promotes precautionary safety landings for pilots when they're faced with deteriorating weather, fuel concerns, or maintenance issues. And the simple philosophy here is do what helicopters can do best: make a precautionary landing and stop any potential accident chain.
For helicopters to be a viable means of transportation, they also need to be good neighbors, and that means flying as quietly as possible.
Up to this point, we're seeing very aggressive action by elected officials, creating an influence on the regulatory bodies to create restricted routes and restricted altitudes for helicopters based on absolutely nothing but noise complaints from the public. And that's a very serious problem for us. And even the FAA acknowledges that the proper mitigation of noise is not done by regulatory initiative. It's done by stakeholder participation, and that we should all be working together, the community, the FAA, and the industry.
Another concern is the risk posed by unmanned aerial vehicles sharing airspace with helicopters, but HAI sees that as an opportunity too.
Regulations are being promulgated right now. There's a notice proposed rulemaking that's come out. This, again, is not limited to U.S. domestic. This is a worldwide issue concern. And we have engaged to the best of our ability and aggressively the various parties and really advised them that we are very concerned about this, probably more so than other general aviation segments, because the UAV community that's going to be conducting a large portion of the commercial operations with unmanned vehicles is going to be operating in our airspace where helicopters operate. Lower altitudes. They're also going to be performing many of the missions that we currently do with helicopters. And I think the real thing for us that motivates us is the type of aircraft, UAV aircraft, that's going to be doing the most operations are the vertical lift capable ones, like quadcopters. It's not going to be airplane configured UAVs. So we've taken the attitude, who better to operate those UAVs on those missions than us, the helicopter industry. So we actually believe the helicopter industry is going to be one of the largest operators of unmanned vehicles in the future.